Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. This time we're taking a look at the world of source energy,
Ooh, fun.
based on that fascinating 2024 Abraham Hicks talk you sent over.
Right.
Get ready, because we're going to break down how this powerful force connects to our lives and,
Uh,
our ability to manifest our desires.
it's really wild how this talk dives right into this idea that we're all like
Yeah.
extensions of source energy.
Yeah.
Even if we don't actively remember it,
Yeah.
it's almost like we've got this temporary amnesia. Have you ever thought of that?
Oof.
Like we've forgotten our true nature while we're here,
Yeah,
in these physical forms.
totally. It is a
Right.
pretty wild thought, right?
Yeah.
Almost like we're all walking around with this, incredible power source inside of us, but,
Uh-huh.
most of the time, we just have no clue how to, tap into it.
Yeah.
So what does the source material say about what it actually means to be an extension of source energy?
Well, it emphasizes that it's not just some abstract concept. This connection directly influences how we create our reality and, manifest our desires.
Okay.
It's like having an invisible partner who is completely invested in helping you achieve what you want in life.
Okay, that's super intriguing. But,
Yeah.
if this source is so powerful and wants to help us manifest, why do we still experience so much struggle and, negativity?
That's the question, right?
Yeah. Why aren't we all just, living out our dream lives effortlessly?
Exactly. And the source material suggests it comes down to alignment or a lack of it.
Okay.
Think of it like this.
Hmm.
Your desires
Hmm.
already exist vibrationally in this energetic realm.
Okay.
Abraham calls the vortex.
The vortex? Whoa.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's intense.
Yeah.
It's like a cosmic library filled with every possibility you could ever dream of.
Wow.
Amazing relationships, fulfilling careers, abundant wealth, vibrant health.
Okay.
It's all there just waiting for you to tune in and access it.
Okay, so how do we tap into this vortex? Is it
Mhm.
like we get a cosmic library card or something?
Yeah. It's more about matching your energetic frequency to the frequency of your desire.
Okay.
It's what Abraham calls point of attraction.
Okay.
So imagine it as the energetic signal you're sending out
Hmm.
based on your dominant thoughts and feelings.
Right.
And that signal attracts experiences that match its frequency.
Oh. Yeah.
So if your thoughts are mostly focused on what you lack, that's the signal you're sending out to the vortex,
Yeah.
bringing more of that into your reality.
So if I'm constantly stressing about money, I'm actually attracting more financial struggles.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Wow. Okay.
It's not about blame, but recognizing our thoughts and emotions are incredibly powerful magnets.
Hmm.
They're constantly interacting with this universal energy field, attracting experiences that match their vibration.
That's kind of a mind-blowing concept.
Yeah.
So how do we shift our energy to align with our desires?
Yeah.
Does the source offer any practical advice on how to actually do that?
It does. It outlines a 3-step process to manifestation.
Okay.
It all starts with something called contrast.
Contrast. Like opposites.
It's more like life showing you what you don't want so you can get really clear on what you do want.
Gotcha.
Think back to a job you absolutely hated.
Oh, yeah.
That experience probably helped you figure out what you truly value in a work environment.
Oh, absolutely. My soul-crushing stint as a telemarketer
Woof, yeah.
definitely solidified my desire for a job that,
Yeah,
let me use my creative brain.
exactly. Contrast acts like a refining fire, helping you get crystal clear on what you desire,
Okay.
even if it initially comes in the form of what you don't want.
Okay, I like that.
And here's where things get really interesting. The next step is what Abraham calls source alignment.
Source alignment.
Hmm.
Okay, so we figure out what we don't want, then what?
The source material says that the moment you have a desired source, that infinite intelligence we're all connected to instantly aligns with it.
Wow, okay.
It's like source instantly tunes into the frequency of what you want, no matter how small or grand the desire is.
Wait, so it's not like we have to convince source to, get on board with our dreams. It's already there with us.
Exactly. There's no judgment from source, no limitations.
Okay.
No, that's not possible. Energy.
Wow.
It simply aligns with the vibration of what you want, offering its full, unwavering support.
That's a pretty radical idea.
Yeah.
And a very reassuring one. It's like knowing you have a cosmic best friend who always believes in you and wants to see you succeed.
Absolutely.
But if source is already aligned with our desire, what's our part in all of this?
That's where the third step comes in vibrational matching.
Okay.
Source has tuned into your desire. Now it's your turn to tune into source.
Interesting. So it's like a two-way communication.
Exactly. Source has done its part. Now it's up to you to align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with the frequency of your desire.
Okay.
You have to match the vibration that source is already holding.
So it's less about getting Source to agree with our desires and more about aligning ourselves with what Source already knows is possible for us.
You got it. It's like tuning a radio to the right station.
Right.
If you want to experience the joy, abundance, or love that already exists in the vortex, you need to adjust your internal dial to match that frequency.
Okay. And how do we go about doing that?
It starts with becoming aware of our thoughts and feelings, like paying attention to where our energy is flowing.
Okay.
Are we dwelling on what we lack?
Mm.
Or are we focusing on the abundance that already exists? Are we feeding fear, or are we cultivating faith?
So it's about becoming like a detective of our own internal world,
Yeah.
noticing the patterns and seeing where our energy is going,
Right.
and then consciously redirecting it.
Precisely. And here's a key point. Source is constantly responding to your vibrational output.
Okay.
It's like a mirror reflecting back the energy you're sending out. And the source material emphasizes that Source always agrees with thoughts that feel good
Right.
and disagrees with thoughts that feel bad.
So if I'm constantly thinking, I'll never be able to afford that, or I'm not good enough to get that promotion, I'm actually creating more resistance to those desires.
It's not that Source is judging you or saying you don't deserve those things. It's more about recognizing that those thoughts are generating a low resistant frequency that doesn't match the frequency of what you want.
Okay, so if we want to manifest our desires, we need to become really intentional about our thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
But, let's be real, that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
What happens when we inevitably have, like, negative thoughts and emotions?
Right.
Does that mean we've messed everything up?
That's where self-compassion comes in. The source material isn't about striving for some unrealistic standard of perpetual positivity.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that negative emotions are simply feedback,
Right.
signals that we're out of alignment with what we truly want.
So instead of beating ourselves up for having those thoughts and feelings,
Yeah,
we can use them as information.
exactly.
Like, okay, I'm feeling anxious about this presentation.
Mm.
What thought or belief is creating this feeling?
Mhm.
And how can I shift it to something that feels more empowering?
Exactly. It's a process of becoming aware, allowing yourself to feel your emotions, and then consciously choosing thoughts that feel better.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that you have the power to shift your energy, even if it's just a little bit at a time.
Mm.
And that's where the advice from the source on aligning with source and manifesting desires gets really practical.
Okay, I'm all ears. What specific tips does the source material offer?
Well, first and foremost, it emphasizes the importance of being mindful of your emotional state.
Okay.
It's about checking in with yourself throughout the day and asking, how am I feeling right now?
Right.
Your emotions act as a guidance system,
Mhm.
telling you whether you're aligned with your desires or not.
So if something feels good,
Mm.
it's a sign that you're on the right track.
Uh-huh.
But if it feels bad, it's a cue to pause and see what needs adjusting.
You got it. And the source encourages us to be gentle with ourselves during this process. It's not about forcing ourselves to feel happy all the time, but rather about recognizing that our emotions are valuable messengers. They're always communicating something. And it's up to us to listen and respond with compassion.
This is reminding me of the idea of the vortex and point of attraction.
Yeah.
If we're constantly feeling stressed or anxious, that's the signal we're sending out to the universe.
Right.
And we're more likely to attract experiences that match that energy, right?
Precisely. Which is why the source material places so much emphasis on cultivating a high vibration.
Okay.
It's about finding ways to feel good on a regular basis, whether it's spending time in nature, listening to uplifting music, engaging in creative activities, or simply taking a few moments to appreciate the simple things in life.
So it's not just about thinking positive thoughts, but also about taking actions that elevate our mood and shift our energy.
Exactly. It's about being proactive in creating a life that feels good on a soul level. And that brings us to another important point. Taking action from a place of alignment, not force.
What does that mean exactly?
It means not trying to push or force things to happen when you're feeling negative or doubtful.
Okay.
The source material suggests that we wait until the feeling shifts before taking action, allowing the momentum of positive energy to propel us forward.
So instead of forcing myself to go to that networking event when I'm feeling anxious and insecure, I might choose to spend some time journaling, listening to music,
Right.
or doing something else that helps me shift to a more positive state first.
Exactly. It's about finding that sweet spot where inspired action meets aligned energy.
Yep.
And the source reminds us that we're never alone in this journey, no matter what challenges or setbacks we encounter. Source's love and support is always available.
That's so reassuring. It's like knowing you have this infinite well of love and wisdom
Right.
that you can tap into whenever you need it.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious, are there any specific examples from the source material of how this source alignment manifests in people's lives? I mean, how do we actually know what's happening?
That's a great question. The source material doesn't necessarily offer a checklist of signs, but it does suggest that we can become aware of this alignment through our emotions, intuitive nudges, and synchronicities.
So, for example, if I'm feeling really good about a particular decision or opportunity,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't logically make sense,
Yeah.
that could be a sign that I'm in alignment with source.
It's possible. The source encourages us to trust those gut feelings and intuitive hits,
Right.
even if we can't fully explain them.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing that source communicates in subtle ways,
Hmm.
often through our emotions and intuitive knowing.
This is starting to make me think about all the times I've ignored those gut feelings and ended up regretting it.
Yeah.
It's like I had this inner compass pointing me in the right direction, but I chose to follow my head instead.
That's a common experience. We're often conditioned to prioritize logic and reason
Right.
over intuition and emotion. But the source material reminds us that our intuition is a powerful tool for connecting with source
Yeah.
and navigating life's twists and turns.
So this source alignment isn't just about manifesting material desires.
Yeah.
It's also about aligning with our higher purpose
Yeah,
and making choices that are in our highest good.
absolutely. It's about tapping into that inner wisdom and guidance that's always available to us. It's about recognizing that we're not alone in this journey.
Right.
And that we have this incredible source of love and support that's always guiding us towards our greatest potential.
This is so much to think about. Before we wrap up this part of the dive,
Yeah.
I want to hear what's been standing out to you as like the most significant point so far.
It's interesting, it's this idea of inspired action that's really been like grabbing my attention. It's not just about taking any action, right?
Yeah.
It's about aligning ourselves with the energy of what we want and then allowing the actions to just flow,
Right.
from that place of alignment.
Yeah.
It's about trusting those nudges that we get, the ideas that spark excitement, and, the opportunities that just like seem to effortlessly present themselves.
It sounds like it's about discerning between action that comes from like a place of force or desperation
Yeah,
versus action that arises naturally from a place of alignment and trust.
exactly. And the source material even suggests that when we're in alignment, the right actions will just reveal themselves
Oh,
at the perfect time.
okay.
It's not about forcing things to happen, you see.
Yeah.
It's more about allowing ourselves to be guided by the flow of, universal energy.
So it's about letting go of that need to control and micromanage every step of the process.
Yeah.
Trusting that source has a plan, even if we can't see the whole picture just yet.
Precisely. And this ties back into the idea of source alignment we talked about earlier.
Right.
When we align with source energy, we tap into a wisdom and guidance that's far greater than our,
Yeah.
limited human perspective.
Right.
We open ourselves to receiving support and inspiration in ways we never could imagine.
This is making me think about all those times I've like stressed and worried
Yeah.
about how I was going to achieve a particular goal, only to find that when I finally surrendered
Right?
and trusted the process, the solution just like appeared
Yeah.
in the most unexpected way.
That's the power of alignment.
Yeah.
When we let go of the need to control and
Right.
force things to happen, we create space for source energy to work its magic.
Yeah.
We allow the universe to conspire in our favor and bring forth opportunities that are perfectly aligned with our desires.
This whole conversation has been such a powerful reminder that we are not alone in this journey.
It really has.
We have this infinite source of love and support that is always available to us, guiding us, nudging us, and cheering us on every step of the way.
And the more we trust in this connection, the more we open ourselves up to receiving its gifts. It's like we're building a bridge between our human experience and the infinite realm of possibilities.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of source energy, what's the one key takeaway you hope our listeners will carry with them?
Well, I think the most important message is that we are all powerful creators
Yeah.
with a direct connection to source energy. We have the ability to shape our reality through our thoughts, feelings, and actions. And, when we align with source energy, tap into an infinite well of love, support, and guidance that can help us manifest our deepest desires.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
So for you listening out there, remember to tap into your connection to source energy. Trust in its guidance and allow yourself to be amazed by the infinite possibilities that unfold when you align with the flow of the universe. Until next time, keep diving deep and keep trusting the journey.